Hey everyone, Adam here with the Trash Movie Kings podcast. We have a special episode for you today. We got to sit down with a gentleman by the name of Jason Morciglio. Now, you might be asking, who is Jason Morciglio? How would we know him? Jason has worked on two different Neil Breen films. He has played a couple of roles in Pass Through and a couple of roles in Twisted Pair, both of which we have watched on this show. Apocalypse Howl reached out to Jason a couple weeks ago. Jason got back to us and said that he would be thrilled to sit down with us, so we took the opportunity. So it's me, it's Joey, it's Apocalypse, and it's JP, and we are just sitting and kind of having a chat with Jason. He's a great dude. We talk a little bit about Neil. We talk about how Neil has inspired Jason. We talk about Jason's, path through the industry and kind of his upcoming projects. I really enjoyed getting to sit down with him. He's just a great dude. We hope to have him back at some point. We might even trash a movie with him. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give you a heads up as to what this episode was going to be. I guess if you want to, you could listen to the Twisted Pair episode before you listen to this one. It's not necessary. We don't really go too in depth into the film or anything like that. We're just kind of talking to Jason about Jason. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling here and I'm going to let y'all enjoy the show. If you have any questions, comments, or any thoughts of anybody else who you might want us to interview, give us a shout. You can follow us on Instagram at Trash Movie Kings, Twitter, Trash Movie Kings, or you can shoot us an email at trashmoviekings@gmail.com. So yeah, enjoy the interview.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards, joined with Joey Graham. Hey Joey.
Hello.
Apocalypse Howl. Hey Apocalypse.
Hello.
And Justin Petty. What's going on, JP?
Hey guys.
And our very special guest this episode, actor Jason Morciglio. Jason, thanks for joining. How are you doing?
Happy to be here with you guys, and I'm thankful that you decided to wait for me, because I was like, man, I have lost this chance to be with these cool guys.
Glad you made it.
Yeah, it was good. So Jason, you're an actor. The way we know you, we're big fans of Neil Breen's work, and you've acted in two of his pieces. You've done, I believe, his Pass Through and Twisted Pair, which we rewatched Twisted Pair last night. I guess to start off with, what is that experience of working with Neil like compared to some of the other projects that you've worked on?
He's the man. He changed some hats. He knows what he's doing. Learning from him inspired me to do my own thing, my own craft too. Because sometimes I don't know where to start from, but every time I think about what he has done, I know I can do it. I can start from that position. He's a success. He's a success. I mean, no matter what people might say, this and that, he makes things happen, and that very few can do that. And that's what I want to learn from him. Because if in the future I can be like him, I'll be a king. I'll be happy.
Hell yeah.
He's a maestro.
So how did you get involved with him? Like, how did you seek him out? Did he seek you out? Like, how did all that happen?
I was part of different auditions, but I didn't know that he was there. But he was looking for talent around. And then he decided to give me a try. And against the recommendation of many gossipers, he still gave me a try and show all of them that they were wrong. Something I will never forget, because gossipers, they're very convincing. People usually hear the first bell. I think that's it. He tested me, and he proved that all those guys were like this gospel person. And then he not only gave me a chance to be part of the first movie that was part of, that was passing through, but passed through the second one too. So that's like, wow.
Yeah, we didn't realize last night we watched Twisted Pair, which is my favorite Neil Breen movie.
Yeah.
And when we originally watched Twisted Pair, we had never seen Pass Through. So at the end, whenever it shows that clip on the screen from Pass Through of all the bodies, when we originally watched Twisted Pair, we didn't know that we had no clue that was a reference to a whole nother movie. And last night it was just mind blowing. It was pretty neat.
I wasn't passed through. That was my first. Call it test. He was testing me there. Because, his strategy is not only technical things; it's the people who he deals with. He can deal with the people and get along with them, and that's a tough thing because I've been good at choosing talents, but bad at choosing personality, bad at choosing what they're capable to do with those talents. If they're going to do something good or bad with it. So he is really good at that. So that's something I need to learn from him too. And I'm so honored that I was part of 2 movies. You know?
So for the second movie, did you go through another audition process for it, or was he, since he had already worked with you before, did he just give you a call and he was like, "Hey, I have this part," more like that kind of thing?
That year, my mother passed away, and I was totally in darkness. And I said, "Let me do something in movies. Let me put that energy to something." And then he called. I was like, "Wow, what a timing!" But I was in dark mode yet, and he used that too. Like the second day, I was in dark mode. So I get into character, and then he put me in different characters that could match that. So, yeah, for me, it was like a way out because I was trapped into this despair. I lost my mother. So that's when he gave me the chance to be part of the movie. The second movie.
That's serendipitous. Like you're kind of depressed about a very close family member dying, and then he's asking you to play like a sad character. I guess it's kind of a vagrant. I can't remember a lot about it exactly, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's cool.
There was other characters that he made me play that. It was one with glasses, another one. It was a businessman, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. We were talking about there's a boardroom scene with several other characters, and we were like, is he one of these guys as well? And I wasn't even sure, but I guess you were in that scene as well. But you're with some different looks.
Yes. That day I was like in dark mode, and instead of telling me, "Okay, go back home," he let me stay there and be part of the whole thing because I was totally into character. I'm a character actor.
Gotcha.
I've done character street performance for many years, like Zorro and Darth Vader. So I get into character, and then to pull me out of there, not everyone knows that. So it's like the director needs to say, "Cut, okay, out of character," or something like that. But who knows that?
Gotcha.
So I was in character into character. So I came with the glasses like this. And then he created characters. He put me in characters like that. Or maybe he created them. I don't know. He's capable of doing anything. He is the maestro of the movies. And anything that he sees that could be useful, he will do it. That's something that I have learned too from him and other people too. You know? But I think it's just a key element is just use anything that life gives you and put it there. Make it part of the movie. Give life.
Did he or you decide to place the 2 little fake mice in the scene? You know what I'm talking about?
The what?
There's the 2. I'm not mistaken, right? There's like 2 little rats that are sitting next to you. When you're like just hanging out by the side on the sidewalk in that one scene.
Oh, he is the mastermind of everything happening there, and I was just glad to learn from him. So that mice right there, he had a reason to put it there. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like this homeless guy probably has his imaginary friends, and it was those like this plastic uh, rats were like his friends, even though they're not real, but kind of in the mind of
Yeah,
the.
it's
I,
we all liked it. We were just like, that's so bizarre. It's such a strange choice. But I was just wondering if it was like your idea or his idea. But yeah, good to know that Neil's really thinking deep into the decisions of every or what's in the frame. Yeah.
I think last night is when we all like. I don't know. For me, it's whenever I realized just how deep these movies are. And I've seen I've seen Twisted Pair. That was my third time to watch it, and I feel like I don't know. It was mind blowing. There's so much going on. He's getting better as a filmmaker, and he's applying anything he learns. He puts in the movie.
Full of
Yeah.
brain.
he has cojones. He goes for it. And then he's growing
It really
and growing.
does.
Yeah.
Does he take care of the wardrobe for everybody, or what
Oh,
is
yeah.
that like?
Yes. He suggested things to bring, and I did my best to bring what I thought that he wanted, and then from all that he picked. Okay, wear this, wear that, and he even has stuff to add. So like things that I can wear, that I can use. So even
Yeah,
then, my imaginary rat friends, they're part of the whole idea. Because I
yeah,
was a homeless guy, and then I had my craziness too.
yeah.
This were my friends, and that time I was kind of lonely too. For 1 year, I was like all by myself too a bit. So I did understood that was possible. That somebody had like imaginary friends. They would instead of plastic rats, I could have like a robot toy, a Goku, and I don't know. So it's like people play video games. I did play video games. So
A
I
little bit of
understood
method to
somebody
it.
that's lonely, might have like imaginary friends.
Yeah. So did you get to did Neil take you and the cast and everything like that to any premieres for these movies, or like did you get to see them in theater?
Yes, I saw the pass through one, and that time I was in Las Vegas, so I went to the actual theater in Novo to see it in the big screen.
Yeah.
And then I remember when the movie was over, somebody of the cast was criticizing, making fun of the movie. I stood up and say, "Hey, why are you talking about that? Look at what he have achieved. We've seen a movie in a screen, a big screen. Who does that? Most of the movies end up not even in movies. They're just a script and a shelf.
Yep.
And then when they produce it, they go. Probably that movie doesn't go anywhere anyway.
Yeah,
It's
most
like-
movies are. I mean, most producers are talk, and he's not. He's a lot of walk. I mean, he's working on his like 6th movie right now, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's good to know. Just kind of the vibe from him.
What's his personality like on set? Does he get very specific? Because he's in a lot of his own shots. Is he a one take kind of guy, or is he a shoot it till it gets done right the kind of guy?
He does what is needed to have it done. He becomes anything that's needed to achieve something. And if he needs to change something right on the spot, he will do it. His mind is to make it happen. There's a time frame, and he had his mentality is to succeed, but he's very respectful. He doesn't walk over anyone. He wants everybody to be like that, respectful, to So he considered people working with him like friends and like a clan, like comrades. You know? And something else I noticed that he's always alert to anything that happens around to make sure everybody's okay. And so he's very empathetic in that case.
He takes care of his crew and cast.
Like actors too, it's like he always is, attentive. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. The way he acts is like a gentleman.
That's awesome.
I learn from people like that.
Yeah.
I want to get to that level. I want to get to the level he is, and then if I can keep that level, like produce my movies like at least 1 or 2 per year. That'd be awesome.
You mentioned earlier that his work ethic and just being around him inspired you to start doing your own projects. Is there anything that you're working on right now that you'd want to talk about?
Yes, I'm part of a horror film. It's indie film too. It's called Mocos, and it's related to the pandemic thing, but it's a dark horror comedy. So, and I have a plan too. That I want to put together many movies, like at least one movie, produce one movie per month at least, and then even further. Having part of a movie that was produced entirely in one single day, the feature film.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
not talking about, yeah, I'm not talking about 24-hour challenge. I'm talking about a one-shot movie.
Yeah, I think
Yes, and I've been doing this even before I met him, being part of different movies. And I always learn from everybody around to be inspired by people around, because I believe that as long as I have people that have my mind or they're already in another level that I can learn from them, I always gonna step to the next level. And with Neil Breen, I stepped to the next level. I had a movie in 2005 hit Blockbuster when Blockbuster was something, and was in the name of Collapse, and got distribution around, and everybody was like, "Wow, So that was a step forward. And with Neil Breen, I got the step forward was to be part of a movie that was distributed around the United States, that's passed through, and it hit silver screen, and with the Twister Pair, they got the chance to be distributed worldwide to English speaking countries, and then and again in silver screen. So always a step forward, even a little baby step. I have moved forward a bit. So now I'm in Los Angeles because I want to keep moving forward, just step by step.
when you were hired for pass through, were you living in LA then?
No, I wasn't in Los Angeles. I'm in an interview here with. I'm in an interview here with Zoom and everything.
You're doing what? Oh,
Yes, it's okay. Sir. I was talking to my roommate. Yes, I was in Las Vegas at that time. The 2 times I got the chance to be part of the movies of Neil Breen, I was in Las Vegas. And I just moved, I moved like 7 months ago.
Oh, okay, so fairly recent. Yeah, no, he keeps posting things on Twitter, I believe, looking for visual effects artists, and we're kind of monitoring how his new production is going and seeing where it's going. Especially after we watched Twisted Pair last night, the ending sort of leads into possibly kind of a continuation of that world, at least the world of Cade and Kale, or possibly the AI from Pass Through, the AI guy, or whatever Neil's character's name. So it should be interesting. Maybe I don't know if you've gotten a call, but
I think in the past I've been kind of critical of Breen, and then after last night, my mind was just blown on so many levels that I'm no longer that. I'm like, oh my god, he's got all of these. I think they all connect. I think they're all connected. I think they're all like I don't know. He's got his own, like we said last night, his own Neil Breen universe.
Yes.
And like my level of respect from last night for him went through the roof. Like, and I like how you're identifying that one thing about him is he gets it done. Because there's so many people, like you said, it becomes on the shelf. It never gets done. And he gets things done. And I see you're becoming that way, or you've been that way. Like, what is, can you tell us a little bit about Tango Mask?
Yeah, Tango Mask is a self-production of mine that I had in support of a writer. But that was in 2007 or 2006. And we did a video, like a teaser, and then the whole script was written. We did a poster, and everything was like ready to go. But then I had a conflict with the writer, and even though that was an original idea of mine, the writer didn't want to give me the script, so everything will end up stagnated. Even though I have it in an IMDb there, it's the video was done, and there was people cast and everything, but never went nowhere. It was enough to attract attention of many people, because one thing that this movie had, Tango Mask, is that we included everybody. There was black actors, female and male. There was Hispanic actors, and then there was all kind of actors from different backgrounds, ethnic, white, you name it. It's like, because that's the vision I have. Like, if I gotta do a movie, I want everybody to be included. I don't want to
Bring people together.
Yes, because with our good or with our bad, we are a nation that reflects around the world. The world follow or example, and they look at us like we are the big brother. So for me, the movies have to reflect that all this, everybody inclusive. And Tango Mask was based on an idea of all gods for Egypt versus Rome, and then that conflict reappears in this lifetime, this period of time. So and it's this different goddess. There's a goddess of Egypt. It was like a Catwomanish, but six myth. It's half a lion, half a woman. And then there was this Roman fighter. There was like an alchemist follower. Like kind of a Jedi thing. Jedi has a master.
Yeah, that sounds far out.
It does. It sounds really fun.
That's cool.
I
Sounds
like
right up our alley too.
I like fantasies, but I didn't got nowhere. Only just the first steps to it. It's like, but I put it there to promote IMDb and to fill up, a little bit, that is the truth.
Fair enough.
Every little bit helps.
I hope something comes of it, because like just looking at the character's name, Black Praetorian Guard, I'm like, that is such a cool name, because most people don't even know what the Praetorian Guard was.
Yeah,
Or still is, if you think about it.
Historic stuff to do, and the Black Praetorian guy is a guy that was to look like a Rambo.
Yeah,
And
a
then
cigarette coming out of his mouth.
I dressed up him in black. He was fighting against some Egyptian sect people. So yeah, the character assist I created, but I never went to the big screen like Neil Breen. I never went to Blockbuster like the previous movie of mine. It could have reached now, for example, it could have reached Amazon, but it's a movie that could be done. I could do a remake of it, because I remember the whole script. I can write it down if I want. Again, in 1 week I can write the whole freaking script.
I guess that kind of piques my interest about what your like favorite movies are, kind of, or maybe if you had to pick one, what would be like your favorite movie?
Neil Breen specifically?
No,
No, just
just
like
Jason's.
Okay.
inspiring movies.
Unless it is a Neil Breen movie, maybe Pastor is your favorite movie of all time.
Movies to learn from, would be Neil Breen movie type of movies are the ones I like to learn, so I can step to the next level. And movie like if I just want to be like somebody sitting there doing nothing and watch a movie, would be like an spectator, would be like Star Wars movie or like a Lord of the Rings, something like that.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Or it could be a history movie. Now there's going to be a lot of Romans movies because Jesus Christ, So some of those I like to see historical, because I like to criticize it too, because sometimes they don't even they mix sometimes the way that they dress, and so I'm like more like I want things to be real when it's real.
Sure.
But then I like fantasy too, so it's like I'm a little bit here and there. But if I really want to be inspired and say to myself, it's time to be a protagonist instead of an spectator.
Yeah.
Then that's when I watch Neil Breen's movies, because that's good. It puts me like, hey, if I did it, you can do it, Jason.
Yeah, they
That's
just get you in that
inspiration.
different mode.
What did you have? Or I saw Code 8 the other day, and you're credited in as special thanks.
Yes, the Code 8 was in Indiegogo, and we could invest. Like I was just one small investor. I invested $500.
Yeah.
That I was going to invest more. I could have been a producer, but I didn't have the money at that time. If I had put like $2,000, $3,000, and I was ready to do it, but at that moment people didn't listen to me. Like, hey, let me money that out.
It turned out good. It turned out good.
Yes. I was wanting to have a better credit, And at the end, I was just one more of the hundreds, And I say, okay, fine. I went to the premiere that happened to be at the same time that the last movie of the Avengers, the End Game. At the same time, it was premiering. I mean, not premiering, but like out in the theaters the first day. It was the day I went to the premiere of Code 8. It was in Hollywood.
Wow.
And I met the guys there, Stephen Amell and his cousin too. I met them there. I took a picture. I cannot find the picture. I have to ask him, where's the picture? Maybe it's somewhere on Facebook, but I took a picture of it. So.
Yeah, if you find it, email it to me and we'll put it in the show.
Yes, I email everywhere. Put it everywhere. Everybody took a picture there.
So are you slated to be in the upcoming film that Breen's got going on, or what do we know about that thus far?
You mean if I'm going to be part of what kind of movie that I'm going to produce, or with who?
Or no, with Neil. With
Neil. I am no longer over there in Las Vegas, but I would like to ask him to be part of my movies.
Oh,
that would be interesting. It's so hard finding any content with him talking or being interviewed outside of his movies. It would be really interesting to see him acting in someone else's vision, to see how he kind of wraps his head around that character.
For me, he's
his own creation.
He for me is a celebrity. I believe he's a celebrity.
Us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could bring into my movies, or whoever hires him, a great audience, a worldwide audience. So that's my perspective. I would not hesitate to have him in a movie, and I actually want to ask him, but I'm going to talk to the director to ask him instead of me. The director I'm working for the horror movie Morciglio. I'm going to advise him to ask for Neil Breen, because I've been thinking about it like for months. Like, should I ask him? Should I not? I was waiting for the movie, because the movie had been changing it again and again and again. The one I thought of, something that doesn't happen with a Neil Breen movie. He goes for it. He does it. While the one I have been changing and changing for months ago. So like I said again, the experience with Neil Breen opens my eyes of how to be a winner, creating my own movies. No matter if it's done with the cheapest material or some actors that they probably nobody knows.
Yeah, I think I think people criticize his films from a perspective of not having ever tried to make a movie a lot of times. And us specifically, we've all made we've made one, almost two features now. We've shot several short films and been working in film and video for a lot of our lives now. So yeah, I think we come to his films with a different perspective. And granted, we're watching in this podcast, we watch movies that are typically low budget, and a lot of times they're trash, and a lot of times they're fun, bad kind of movies. But these movies, these Neil movies, like, just kind of circumnavigate the whole system that we have here. They go above. There's something else.
We compared him to David Lynch.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't classify them. They're their own category.
They're
There's something so special.
They're really beautiful little things that I hope that this podcast gets out to people out there, and more people get to experience it, because I had seen the cover, like the poster art online in several different places for a few years, and I was like, that looks not good. I don't want to avoid that. But then we started doing this movie watching thing, and then we we finally watched one, and we were like, holy shit, this is amazing.
And I will get there, my friend. I will get there. I will do my
right
my
on. Yeah.
good movie disguise of trash, but potentially it's a Hollywood movie, but with more practice, I will get there to the level of doing a movie that people will be surprised. But I don't care starting from scratch and doing things that people might think is garbage. I don't care, because as long as I do something.
Yeah.
We mean trash in the most endearing way possible.
Yeah,
we
truly
hold these movies close
it.
to our hearts.
My dream has always been to be in a B action movie. I've never been in one, because all y'all, my friends here, they all make like thinking movies. I'm like, no, I want to be the guy that throws high kicks, like in the barroom fight. And I want to be in a like a B movie that has solid fight scenes.
You got to take inspiration from Neil, and you got to just get it done, Mike.
Do it.
Well, one of y'all need to write it.
Don't
you write it, Mike?
Do anything. You get it done.
I can kick really high.
Yeah.
I know I've gotten fat, but I can still kick high.
I would think when I start doing my tournament kind of movies, I would think about you.
There you go. There you go. See? There you go.
MMA tournament.
And Bigfoot movies. I'd love to make a Bigfoot movie.
I have a goal of produce 1,000 movies in 3 years.
Wow.
That's
exhausting.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. we would honestly love to have you back in
The first one will be
one of your movies. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
the movie that we would love, but then it would come more serious. We'll be like, wow.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah,
seriously,
I do.
Jason, like, as you keep going through, like, producing, directing, whatever it is, like, you have our email, let us know. Like, we would love to have you back. We would love to watch some of your stuff, be involved in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we love Neil. We respect Neil. We love you. And we're just happy that you took the time tonight to hop on with us and talk to us for a little bit about Neil and about you and all that stuff. So, I mean, does anybody else have any other questions or anything before we?
No, just thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
thanks,
we
man.
are a small
Appreciate
podcast right now, but like we would love to promote you guys in any way we can, help y'all out.
Yeah,
Thank
so if
you,
you have
man.
like Instagram or Twitter or anything that you want to promote, by all means, go ahead right now, or you can shoot me an email and we can put it in the show notes or something like that. But yeah, let us know.
Yeah, well, you have my name here, Jason Morciglio. That's the name of my Instagram. I never taken care of my Instagram. I started this year trying to do something about it. I had like 43 followers, and now I have 3 times more than that.
So it's
I
just
didn't-
your
I didn't
your
know
ad,
about that. Yeah.
your ad is just Jason Morciglio.
Yes. The
Okay,
Jason
cool.
Morciglio.
I'll follow you on there for sure.
You
Yeah,
can
I'm
find
gonna
it
follow
on
you as soon
Green,
as we
know,
get off here.
as well. Oh, you already did. Oh shoot.
Wait, did you follow it like immediately?
Okay.
Nice.
Well, yeah, Jason, again, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. It was awesome talking to you.
And I will follow you guys instead of following Ellen Fowling or Lupito Negoyo or one of those. I'm going to follow you guys instead. I want to keep it 111 people I follow. That's it.
There you go.
Got to
We're
take
on it.
someone off to get on the board.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
take a photo of the family.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and you keep your good work, man. Thanks to you. Now I feel inspired to do my thing no matter what. You know, if it comes
Right
bad,
on.
I know I have you guys. Yeah, I know you guys have my back.
Yeah, we'll
Hell
always
yeah.
promote anything.
Keep
Hell
it
yeah.
going. Don't listen to any of the haters online.
All right.
Thanks, Jason.
Well, thanks.
Okay, so me again, Adam, your host. That was it. That was the interview that we got with Jason. Again, I want to thank Jason for his time. Honestly, it was an honor. I mean, I know people say that and it can sound kind of cliche, but it was truly an honor to be able to sit down and talk to him and feel a little bit closer to him and to Neil. So if you have a chance, I would recommend giving Jason a follow on Instagram. His @ is Jason Morciglio, just his name, Morciglio. Yeah. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, any suggestions for future episodes or future interviews, give us a shout at Trash Movie Kings on Instagram, Trash Movie Kings on Twitter, or you can shoot us an email at trashmoviekings@gmail.com. But yeah, until next time, keep it trashy. I hate that I said that.